What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Mama used to always tell me, when it rains, it pours. And I really didn't know what that meant. You know, when you're a kid and you don't understand what these old people saying. Like, if you play with a puppy, he'll lick you in the mouth. You don't understand them old good Southern sayings until you get a little mature in life. And boy, let me tell you, when it rains, it definitely pours. That means when problems start happening, they all come at the same time. You ever just have a bad month and your hours get cut at work, your car break down, you get into an accident or a fall, you sprain your ankle. And when it rains, it pours. And for Tiffany Henyard, the unaccountable mayor of Dolton, Illinois, damn it, it is pouring problems for her. It's been raining, now it's pouring. Remember, there was a lady by the name of Dr. Nicole Scott, a lady living in Dolton. She had basically did a very nice thing. Now, Dolton, Illinois, it's a south suburb of Chicago, okay? And Dolton, Illinois is one of those communities that is affected with, let me say, a lot of single parents there. It's a big problem in the city as it appears. A lot of single mothers. Even the mayor is a single mother. The trustees are single mothers. So obviously, I would say it's an issue for the city because Dr. Nicole Scott thought it was an issue. She created a pantry, a grocery store, trying to help these single parents, most notably single moms, get free access to groceries, because it was that much of a problem in the city. Here was a clip of a documentary of her stating that.
We decided those are the kind of programming and services that we wanted to offer here in the village of Dolton. And with that, we had high hopes to be able to work with the current administration, Tiffany Henyard, and her administration over at the village of Dolton. However, since we closed on the property in June of 2023, we have not been able to do that. We have had meetings. I wrote a letter. We've made several attempts to really make this work. However, we're at a standstill. The ABBA Recreation Resource Center was going to have a myriad of services for the community. For those who are looking for shelter, for people who have small children and they want assistance with raising their children, financial literacy, a number of services that we know the community needs because they've told us.
But the city never gave her the permits. She was very professional about it and trying to do so. She felt like, hey, I'm not getting the help that I need. Let me kind of go back into something a little different, if I can, all right? What am I trying to talk about? Stick with me. Now, she's recently went to the media talking about the same thing. NBC Chicago. Let's play the clip.
The misuse of funds is among the many allegations discussed in South Suburban Dolton today. Residents got a chance to tell village trustees what their concerns are, including a multi-million-dollar deficit and multiple lawsuits the village is facing. NBC5's V. Wendt has the story.
Dozens of Dolton residents filled this room at Lester Long facility Saturday morning for an event with the trustees. The special guest speaker, Dr. Nicole Scott.
We just got to keep pushing forward.
She's the founder of American Association of Single Parents and says she's been running into problems with the village over plans to renovate her property downtown and to expand their food pantry, Free Indeed Market.
Last year alone, we served over 20,000 individuals, and we need to expand, and they will not allow us to do that.
Since last July, she's been trying to get approval for permits and licensing from the village with no movement, she says, and now believes Mayor Tiffany Henyard and her administration may have special interest in her property.
I think their goal and hope is to take the property from us, to get it through eminent domain.
NBC5 reached out to the Village of Dolton asking about Scott's specific case. The village administrator telling us in a statement, quote, "We are deeply disturbed by Dr. Nicole Scott's false allegations. She has not fulfilled the requirements in order to secure permits by the Village of Dolton under the village code." He goes on to cite property tax issues and says the property has also failed multiple inspections.
What they're saying is not true. It took them 6 months to tell me that the things that I submitted were not sufficient. And I think that that is a stall. That is them trying to, wait me out.
This comes amid allegations from residents and trustees over Henyard's misuse of public funds, lavish spending, and mispayments to vendors. Several trustees telling NBC5 the village faces a growing $7 million deficit and multiple lawsuits. Some residents voiced their frustrations and concerns over the current administration.
Guys, we need to take the heart and put it back in Dolton.
Not only is it not entertaining, it is an injustice to the people here of Dolton. We need to take our village back.
Meanwhile, Dr. Nicole Scott says she is trying to raise money to hire an attorney to take her fight against the village to court. Reporting in Dolton, V1 NBC5 News.
Now you see that lie at the end? You have a person that is saying she didn't file the records, false allegations. She didn't fulfill the requirements in order to secure permits by the Village of Dolton under the village code. This is a lady who's a doctor, went to school, got at least a PhD or something like that, okay? But now, I want to play this clip of a man who also has been rejected for a business license, all because he's not a supporter of her. Play that clip.
Holding up licenses to certain businesses, like this Dolton restaurant.
I've heard rumors that say, hey, I'm on the wrong team.
Dwayne Wood has been trying to renew the business license for his restaurant for nearly a year. While he has not talked to the FBI, he believes he can't get approved because he's provided catering to several Dolton trustees who are engaged in a political fight with Henyard.
I think I've been just targeted because of my affiliation with a certain group of people. I had the trustees. I've cooked for the trustees.
So guys, you've heard that, right? Now, this is a woman, and here's why it's so interesting to me. Now, I am a registered Republican, okay? Some guys don't like that. I'm pro-black, though. I don't really get too much into Democrat, Republican talk on my channel, but I'm a registered Republican. So for me, as a person that's a registered Republican for the last 4 years, when I hear things like food pantry, in my mind, even as a pro-black, I hear like charity, needing to help people. I look at it as, okay, well, wow. I mean, I don't know why the community can't come together and start trying to support itself and have more hard work and trying to build resources versus in having these issues, which may keep people the same, right? That's just my mentality. Not even really as a Republican voter, but just as a pro-black, all right? Now, I don't even really care about, but I just don't like Democrats. So now let me get into this. Now, looking at this, okay? If you're a single mom and you're Tiffany Henyard and you want to help women, I don't see why any Democrat or any black liberal or any person that really feels that women need help would say no to this. This is something that you want to see done under your administration because you're giving back to the community or you're allowing people to give stuff back to your community. It might not be the way that I would like to do it, even though I do believe in generous and charity. I would rather start something like this that creates jobs and skill sets, not just groceries. But that's, it's neither here nor there, okay? This woman despises black women. This is Henyard character. This woman, I would have to say, this woman has a hatred of sisters. More than any brother you can think on the internet. More than any person in a so-called manosphere. More than anybody in a so-called any community. This woman dislikes sisters. I don't never want you to hear you complaining about a black man who hates black women. Look at this lady. She's stopping ladies from even getting there. It is sad. I just don't even get it. How do you even talk about that? So guys, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate it for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.